16 victory, Coach. First and foremost, congrats on the win and just opening comments on the day.
Yeah, I mean, uh, all the credit in the world to Mary Hardin-Baylor, tremendous basketball team, great season. Clearly Josiah, was kind of struggling a little bit. But as we thought, other guys on their team stepped up. They have a really talented group up and down the roster. It's not just those two guys. And, the other guys stepped up, and we found ourselves in a heck of a battle. And I thought our guys in the second half were able to make a spurt with some defensive stops, and it really allowed us to kind of get out, get a few easy baskets. I thought the glass was critical for us. Ian Anderson came in, had 10 rebounds off the bench. Trey and John here were all over the glass. I thought that was a huge part of the game. And we were able to hold on at the end for dear life. As we knew and we talked about, is Mary Hardin-Baylor they're not going to quit. They're not going to go away. We've seen the fantastic finishes that they've had over the last year or two, and we didn't want to be in that position. So I thought our guys did a really good job making sure it didn't get to that point. We were able to maintain that separation. So proud of this group. They're a fun group, and we get to keep dancing.
And Coach, before I pass it on to the two of them, I want to talk about the sequence where Barber had the steal and then the dunk, and then Ty had a three-pointer right after that, where you guys kind of took a bit of a larger lead and kind of took control of the game late. Talk about that sequence and the way the team kind of responded despite the numerous punches there from Mary Hardin-Baylor.
Yeah, I think, like I said, for us, if we can get a couple of big stops, and often it's Trey maybe getting a block shot or a long rebound in traffic that allows us to get out and go. And the dunk was huge, and it was great to see Ty knock down some shots. He's been struggling a little bit. He made 4 threes tonight, and that was huge for us.
Coach, you're heading to the game where you fell short last year, but this time it's on your home floor. I guess what does that mean to you guys, and does it give you a little bit more oomph heading into the round of 8 this time?
Yeah, I mean, I think John, it's best to answer that. You work all year to have an opportunity to be back in the spot and have a do-over. Not many teams get to have a do-over, and we do, and I think that's pretty cool. But I think John should answer that one.
Yeah, I definitely believe it gives a little more oomph just to have our family and friends all be able to come to watch the game and just watch us enjoy the game we love playing.
Is this a spot that, while you have to take it one game at a time, you have to take the season one game at a time, is this a spot that you've been thinking of, since last year?
Yeah, I won't tell you during the season, but yeah, this is a spot where I definitely wanted to get to at the beginning.
Not trying to get you in trouble there, Coach.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
You guys tied Prince heated up in that second half, started hitting some big shots, got them crawled back into the game. Obviously, you said you can't get comfortable against the Crusaders anymore. What was that sequence like to see Prince start to heat up on you?
I think seeing that kind of just made us flip the switch back on. I think we took it off a little bit, we got a little comfortable, but I think him doing that really told us that the game is never over. You got to just stay up, and we're going to learn from that and use it for the next game.
Yeah, what a player. I mean, good night, what a player. We know all the things he can do, but he started draining those contested threes. I thought, here we go, and I think I audibly said to the guys, guys, you do not want this to come down to the last possession. Let's find a way to get some separation, and we kept putting points on the board. I thought that was critical for us to maintain that.
To that extent, how tough is it? They weren't shooting all that well in the first half. You guys have a comfortable lead at halftime. Come out to start the second half, and they're hitting shots. You guys aren't. How hard is it to turn everything back on at that?
Just staying confident and trusting your teammates and coaches, and we have a lot of people supporting us, and then the bench always keeping our spirits high. I think that played a big part in tonight's game.
You obviously haven't watched this very much. It's kind of what we do. we just, you know what I mean? I can't explain it. This group just rises to the occasion, and often it takes getting punched in the mouth. And you can talk about it all you want. Hey, they're going to make a run. They got great players, but until this group sometimes needs to get punched in the mouth, and then they go, oh, okay, we got to turn this thing back around, and it's just the nature of this group. And credit to Mary Hardin-Baylor for coming out swinging. We knew they would, But these guys, like they have all season, they just responded, and that's kind of who we are.
Coach, you got Wheaton tomorrow, Elite Eight, an opportunity to punch your ticket to Fort Wayne, Indiana. I don't know how much of the game you got to watch in prepping for tonight, but any opening thoughts on Wheaton and tomorrow night's game at 7:30?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this quad was, I'm not going to get into the best or whatever. This was a great quad of basketball. No matter who we were going to play, if we advanced, it was going to be a top 10 matchup. That's what we got. And, we'll get ready, but you got a quick turnaround. So it's not a whole lot about strategy. It's about getting some rest and being able to come out and play your very best tomorrow. Wheaton's terrific, well coached. They've been there before. They know the drill. They're going to be terrific. And we got to be as or better terrific tomorrow, if that's a thing that you can say.